This is coconut oil, which is very famous when it comes to oil pulling. Now, I had several objectives, yeah. Of course, I did oil pulling for a month as one of the challenges which was given by you people. So I did that for a month. And prior doing that, do you see, because I knew I'd come to make this video, do you see the same way you'd want to make a video about a hedge? So you let it overgrow and then you come back later with your camera and you shape your hedge, or you're recording when you're shaping it to what you desire. I don't know whether that will make any sense, but that's what I did. So I just decided this is what I've been using to brush my teeth, this Colgate and a normal toothbrush. And up to now, which is when I'm stopping, or maybe I'm going to include this, I was sorely oil pulling, and there are several things that I found, one of which is not teeth whitening. For those who usually get their teeth white, something else is going on, and maybe you can have a conversation around that. Several things, and several people benefit from oil pulling, which is, even if you go to PubMed, you're going to find so many articles pointing into the benefit of oil pulling, in as much as they don't know exactly what's giving the benefit. Even me, I don't know. The only thing that I have are theories. We're not here for the theories. We are just here to see how it's giving you the good benefits. Now, one thing I noted about myself, some of the things that my teeth are not stained as much, but I usually drink a lot of coffee. So that will come with several things. One, bad breath. I never suffer from that. Another thing is teeth staining. I actually suffer from that once in a while. I'm sure even you've seen in a video that I did when I was hiking on Mount Rurimeria, you could see my teeth are stained a little bit yellowish. That was when I decided to just keep everything, and then a month later I decided to do oil pulling. Just basically to just make this video. Now, several things, yeah. If you're going to use oil pulling to whiten your teeth, it might not work, and if it works differently, because whatever is causing the color of your teeth might be what is causing the tartar to form in the mouth in the first place, because I found it having antibacterial effects. Now, let's talk about tartar and also tonsil stones that usually give you that bad breath, what we call halitosis. Now, that one is there because you have bacteria in the mouth, and also, before you even go to how you'll get those, we also have other people that will benefit from oil pulling, one of which is canker sores, or when you're brushing, especially if you are rough, you might injure yourself and it takes forever to heal because the bacteria will find a place to stay. And that one, yeah, you know how they can be very disturbing, especially if you take something that will be strong, like salty thing, or maybe very sugary thing. Yeah. Also sensitive teeth, but that one which is coming from the very small cavities. Now, for those with sensitive teeth and this, because it's loose, that one you'll have to talk about calcium and phosphorus and yeah, and even see your dentist. But for those who are having some tiny cavities, now this is how I knew I had one sensitive tooth, which is a premolar. You see, when you cook rice and then you get to have leftovers and then you leave them there, especially in the open, some of the grains will dry out and they become very hard. So I bit into one of them using that tooth, and I'm sure even I can tell from your face how I actually felt. So that's how I knew I have a sensitive tooth. So I used that one and also the whitening aspect to see if I'm going to find any benefit from this. Now, there's several people that are going to benefit. One, if you usually have halitosis that usually come from tonsil stones. Let me just leave halitosis out of this. Let's go to the tonsil stones. Now, those ones, I'm sure by now you understand how they form. Okay, for those who don't, what usually happen is you cannot avoid food in your mouth. Some of the food debris will make their way into some of the crevices in the mouth, especially those around where you have the tonsils. Now, when they get there, when you have some food debris there, they accumulate. You also have bacteria in the mouth, so they'll take advantage of you having food there, so they'll come there and start breaking down that food for their own benefit. And guess what? They'll find a very conducive place, and now they want to build a structure on top. So there is something that we call biofilm. So they're going to calcify that food to make it hard enough so that the tongue cannot dislodge them, and also saliva cannot dislodge them also. So cementing their place there. So when that bacteria continue digesting whatever or breaking down whatever food material that you have there, that's when you get that bad breath. So that's why when you remove those stones, when you smell them, they're so nasty because you still have bacterial activity there. And when you remove them, you all of a sudden get fresh breath. So this is coming from the food. And now when you oil pull, there are several antibacterial aspects that actually come with a coconut oil. They've not been studied yet. all what we have are theories. But if you go to PubMed, where most of the publications are usually uploaded, you're going to find so many articles written about coconut oil, and all of them, most of them are just talking about the good benefits, in as much as they cannot pinpoint into exactly what's giving you the good benefit from the coconut oil. So meaning there is something good going on. So some of the things that might make you not have those, and by the way, tartar form the same way tonsil stones forms, because they'll just come from the food debris that will just be stuck behind your teeth, and then from there bacteria will come there, they'll find a good conducive place, and they're going to form a biofilm, and that's what will coat your teeth there. It's supposed to remove that, otherwise if you stay with that for long, it's going to be very bad for your teeth, and you'll have to be seeing a dentist every now and then. So like I said, if you have sensitive teeth, because maybe you have less calcium or maybe phosphorus, you need to go see a doctor, so that either you get supplements or you make sure you supplement that in food. But for mine was a tiny cavity which was progressing, but then it stopped, and right now I can't feel anything. Can even chew sugarcane comfortably. I can eat whatever leftover rice without having anything. Or do you see that corn or maize, which is usually roasted by the roadside? It used to be a very huge challenge to me. I used to chew from one end, from one side of the mouth. Right now I can chew from whatever angle I want. Another benefit you're going to benefit from this oil pulling is that it reduces quarrels in the house, especially in the morning or when you're oil pulling. You see, you're swishing, so you're not talking as much. Also, the oil will oil your lips. You see, when you're brushing your teeth using the toothpastes, there is that feeling you get on your lips. They become very dry. This one will solve that. So I'm planning to combine the two of them, oil pulling and also using my Colgate here to whiten my teeth, and also to get the benefit I'm getting from the oil, and see the benefit. I'll update you along the way. Now, the functioning, one of the things that we speculate are functional, or they are functional in coconut oil, one of which it's a theory, is saponification. This is the formation of soap, yeah? The saponification usually happen, you see, you use oil to make soap. So this is one of the oil, whatever goes on in the mouth. This is so technical, I'm not going to explain that. It will bore you out of this video. I don't want you to run away from this video. And also, do you see most of the bacteria that you're going to find in the mouth are aerobic, meaning that they need oxygen from the air to survive and do the things that they do. So by cutting off that, by coating them with oil, definitely you are going to kill them. Kind of like the same thing that really happen when you apply oil between your toes to heal from the fungal infection. The same speculation goes here. Now, there is another thing. There is an antibacterial aspect that is inside here, which we actually don't know yet, but it's beneficial. So would I recommend you to do oil pulling? Go ahead and do that. But then I would recommend, don't skip going to the dentist for your regular checkups because you're oil pulling. Just continue until you feel that you don't have any need to go there after you get the benefit. Don't substitute this with your dentist. Also, I would recommend maybe you combine them, because you're getting different benefits from both of them, and you would combine them to have the combined effect. In the last video, I promised that I'll give this weighing scale to one of you. Unfortunately, I'm not done with the challenge, which is taking rice water and also lemons, and I included exercises in the mix to see what overall effects it will have on the weight and also my health. It's very interesting. I should update you in the next major video, to be next week, and that's when I'll give this out to one of you to try and see if they'll have the same effect that I had. I hope you're going to bear with me.